Well, ladies and gentlemen, you ask and I deliver. This is LA Noire. So, to fill anybody in who may be curious as to why I'm starting this game up, I posted a video a couple days ago, asking you guys what you wanted to see me play next, because there's not very much going on during the summer, and you gotta keep the page active in some sort of way, so I figured, hey, why don't I ask everybody what they'd like to see? So I went ahead and I held a poll between Assassin's Creed 2, Heavy Rain, or this, and this one actually ended up winning. It got off to a really hot start. I noticed it was like it was like 8 or 9 likes, like pretty much immediately. But Heavy Rain was starting to catch on pretty quickly, but eventually this game won out, and AC2 kind of fell into the ditch. Really didn't even compare. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping that this was the game that would win, simply because it's probably the most intriguing of the three to me. Heavy Rain I really do love that game, but LA Noire is truly one of the most unique and fun titles. No, I wouldn't say fun. I mean, it is fun, but most unique titles I've ever played, and it definitely kept me enthralled in it the entire time I was playing. Back when it first came out in I think it was 2011. Maybe no, not 2011. It was I think it was summer 2010. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. We can just get into the rest of it later. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start it up right now.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. The symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors. A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists. A city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. A city of pioneers. A city of dreamers. A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniformed assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Here we go again.
Hold on.
They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of sunshine himself.
I'll say it in a second. Another cutscene coming up right here.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put 2 in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. 2 heads are always better than 1.
Jesus. Okay. In case it wasn't made clear earlier, I have already played this game. I have beaten it, but it's been quite a few years since then, so I might as well be going into this
Look at this
blind.
junk.
I do have some stuff already, or I have the hints turned on and all that, because I don't want to fuck anything up necessarily. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but you know,
It's not my job
I'm
to
confident
pick
in my
through other
deduction
people's
skills
trash.
and everything. I'm just giving you guys fair warning.
Seems irrelevant.
This is, yeah, it's nothing. Ooh, newspaper.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything?
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in 2nd year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah,
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
We
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance, for your friend's help, is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure, for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
So, I'm sure that newspaper clip might not have made sense to some of you. If you've never played this game before, or you've never seen it before, that kind of seems very segregated from what's going on at the exact moment. But,
Find it. It's a waste of time.
it all kind of comes together, as the story progresses. Another thing I should mention is that I'm gonna do each, like, case all together. So, like, the later bits will probably be like 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll just separate them into parts like that. I'm gonna go ahead and let this entire thing be its own part, so all the beat cop missions will be in the same video, just letting you guys know. I'm making longer videos for this stuff.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Indeed.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
What could that be?
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
Reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
I remember the first time I played
Don't hurt
this.
yourself.
I remember the first time I played this. That and keep in mind this was like 3 or 4 years ago. I wasn't really paying attention
The gun's up on the
to
roof, right? So we need to
his
find a way
notion
up.
that it was a reflection. I was just like, is it on top of the the window? Like, where is this fucking gun? It took me like 20 minutes to realize where it was.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
I forgot how heavy on dialogue this game was.
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Stuff like that's important, by the way. Like, keeping in mind, like, this feels like a real detective game in a lot of aspects because, like, you got to remember stuff like that. I remember that, you know, you got to remember the Smith & Wesson and its serial number S71983 or 1893. 2 shots.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Indeed.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Use notebook to set your destination. How do I access the notebook again? Oh, okay. Here we go. Locations. Gun store.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Calm down. I really wish that there were more games like this. I have to say that it's a real shame that Team Bondi fell apart, which are the guys who developed this game. Rockstar published it, but this was made by a group that, yeah, is no longer in existence. Which is really too bad, because, yeah, this was a great game. It really is. I mean, there's a lot of flaws with it, and I particularly don't enjoy the ending, which I will not spoil, don't worry. But otherwise, I mean, it really is a great game. Like, the mechanic is really well done, and it's too bad that there aren't more titles like this. It's really, actually, this is the only title like this. And it's kind of weird because there's a lot of games that could do it like and I keep on saying like this. I don't want to say that so many times, but yeah, I mean, it's possible to have games similar to it. You know, there's a lot of eras that are crime ridden. It's not just, you know, this one. The 1980s in New York, from what I understand, was very heavy on that stuff. And that could be a really interesting setting for a game similar to this with the same mechanics and all that. With a motherfucker.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest.
Why he handed it to you,
It's about
stupid.
something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole.
Yeah.
You see it on there?
Model 27. Ah, it would be 27 nickel. No. 27. Pearl grip. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Earl Schroeder. That name sounds familiar.
We're in luck.
Errol Schroeder.
203 South Gless Street. Ordered the gun in February '46. Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
I'm sure you are, asshole.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Din.
I think I'm gonna really enjoy doing a Let's Play of this game. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Like, I've noticed that recently Watch Dogs has not been getting the views that it had been at one point, and it's pretty obvious why. You know, it's like 3 or so weeks old at this point, and I had been so hampered.
That wasn't so
God
hard, was it?
damn it.
Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative. I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind. Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse. Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
No, I think that Phelps is kind of a stick in the mud, and he's a bit of a douchebag, but he's pretty intelligent, I have to say.
Down.
Sorry. Excuse me. That's obnoxious. I'm not going to play that whole thing. But yeah, I've been hampered down by so many games that I wasn't able to do a lot of Watch Dogs when it first came out. And I think that was a bit to my detriment, because now it's almost as if so many people have posted videos on that nobody really gives a shit. Which is unfortunate, but it's a big motivator as to why I decided to go ahead and pick up another game on top of that. Granted, this isn't an incredibly popular, well, it's a popular game relatively, but it's not a very new game whatsoever. You know, it's like 3 or 4 years old at this point. But hopefully this gains some traction amongst you guys. I hope you guys, hopefully you enjoy it to some extent. Alright, oh yeah, it's gonna be the gold door handle. Yep. Where's Schroeder? There he is.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Indeed. Wow, we're already almost at 20 minutes. That's pretty crazy. Open up, motherfucker.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Uh-oh.
Tough guy? Huh?
Fuck you. I don't like the camera shaking. I think I can change that, though. Eat a dick, Errol Schroeder. Your first name's stupid.
You all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Yeah, okay.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Alright, turn to progress. Or turn pages, not progress, idiot.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
In case you guys were curious, Floyd Rose is one of the detectives that we came across earlier.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you.
You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
I didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identify code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger, KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
So, in case you're not aware, these beat cop missions are kind of like a tutorial of sorts. Turn that shit off. It's fucking obnoxious. Excuse me. Jesus Christ, everybody's in my way.
Take it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Oh, oops. Sorry. Shit. Very, yeah, I don't know. I don't... Hold on. Let me go ahead and go into the options.
Go! I'll hold them!
Dick. Come on. Come on now. I know you're over there. Oh shit. I forgot how to get into cover.
Weapons on the ground now!
I'm still getting used to the controls, so I apologize.
Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow.
Alright.
We'll be here soon. LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance to...
chance, copper. You got me closer.
Stay in cover.
I don't have aim assist on, so yeah. Come on now. Come on.
I got you covered.
Your face is probably hurt. Probably all messed up now.
We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear. Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner. This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Okay, that rhymed.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before he jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
All right, you motherfucker.
LAPD! You can go screw yourselves. Why, you... Watch it!
Oh, just run towards it? Alright. Hey! Watch it. Cop running over here.
Bowers! Hold it right there!
Yeah, this guy run track or something?
We'll shoot.
I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Okay. He usually, like, kicks you if you're going up the ladder.
Get down from there right now.
There's, like, vague little things that I remember. Oh, yeah, no, it's this that he kicks you if you, Seriously? Okay, I thought he was gonna just... Like, he was just waiting for me to climb up an extra foot for him to kick me.
No way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers!
You assholes already screwed me once.
How? Uh-oh. I didn't screw you.
Give it up, Bowers!
I don't
No one
think
left
you.
to go.
I don't find you that attractive. Also, don't run. I don't know why I was about to act like there was a walkthrough here, but running into that area, he kind of clotheslines you, and it's really kind of pathetic.
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Excuse me. You little fuck. How about that?
How you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back or move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Broad daylight. Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
See what this guy's got on him. See, Galetta Apartments. 52. Okay, so this is a list of payments. No layaway ticket. Okay, layaway voucher. All right.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Something that somebody, or some people that are new to this game might have noticed is the weird sort of facial animations. And they didn't have, like, the mocap or anything like that, like games like The Last of Us and stuff like that do. Theirs was more so, like, just capturing facial animations, and it seems kind of inorganic in a way. But you gotta remember, this was, like, 2010 when this game came out, and that was, like, some new age shit there, man. That was not something you usually saw. Select a button. Yeah, I'm trying to. Is there nothing else here? I'll make sure one more time and try to examine the arms. Nothing.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
Alright, I'm pretty sure there's nothing else, but just want to make sure. Alright, I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to step on the dead body. That'd be gross. In case anybody was like, how did he know that? It's like, I remember this mission pretty well.
Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Even though it's been a couple years, I did play this game quite a few times when I did play it.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Alright.
This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole.
Did ya?
You better take a statement.
Is it him?
This isn't another one of those awful murders,
Is it you? Who's the person? You look like the person. There we go.
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run into the shoe store.
Alright, so a girl went into the shoe store.
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. And if you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't
Good, I was
accuse
thinking
her
of
of
raping
anything
her.
without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
Alright, let's take a look at what I have so far in terms of clues.
Better to do?
So, layaway voucher, shooting, FN Browning handgun, and 32 shell casings. Alright.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Okay, eyewitness account. Can I select it, please? Oh, it's still... Alright. I know how to do this. It's been a while, but I know.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Yeah, clearly she's lying. Oh, is it gonna just... Alright, so it told me pretty much,
Come on,
yeah.
Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Well, the layaway voucher might have something to say about that.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Coletta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God. I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Jesus.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Okay, possible murder suspect.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Once again, she pretty much gives away with her eyes and how she... Yeah, exactly. And plus it tells you to doubt, so...
You're making me angry, Miss Coletta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Coletta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Coletta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
She's good at math.
We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Materialistic bitch. Alright, what do I have so far in terms of clues? Van Browning handgun, 32, yeah. Suspect possibly identified. Alright. Alright then.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murder. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
I want to see.
Hartfield's jewelry?
Officer, I want to see.
Let's go to Eagleson's gun store. Yeah. Jesus Christ, get out of my fucking way. Police officer here, excuse me. Oh fuck, I completely forgot. I think that maybe it's only in the other like detective missions and it's not for this, but I think that it charges you money and like gives you a lower grade if you like hit people and destroy objects and stuff like that. I don't think that applies here, but I gotta keep that in mind for later. I thought that there would be some sort of dialogue between these two. There usually is with the detectives, from what I remember. Uh-oh. lagged for there for a second.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir. Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name.
Damn.
It looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
He's an amazing memory.
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Just truly a fantastic memory. Didn't even need to look in the records or anything. Just right on, just on the dot. Knew that fucker's name. That's impressive. Oh, I should probably... Locations, Hartfield's jewelry store. Alright then. I think we're just about done and we're closing in on 45 minutes. How do I stop this car other than the left trigger? Move. Move it.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
You're yeah. Fucking liar.
Go, Cole, go!
You're a dirty liar. Thanks for the help. Dude, sir, I don't know how that was supposed to help me whatsoever. Hey, dickhead, I'll shoot you.
Stop or I will shoot.
Oh, nothing.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve, the one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Okay, Dad.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Argument with Gage.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
I mean, I don't even need to look at the book for this. Like, I know for a fucking fact that that's a lie. Multiple people have identified him, one person being the guy at the gun store who identified him as the only person to have purchased that exact pistol or weapon or whatever it was. And then the girl at the jewelry store who, like, blatantly stated, yeah, no, it was him. So we know it was a lie.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Yes, I can. Where's the suspect ID? There we go.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just Officer Phelps, isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, boyo. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing